All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1003, Carrera versus Carrera.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Carrera?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. So I brought this case before you because I'm currently paying for extracurricular activities for our daughter.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more money than I thought it was going to be, so I would like my wife, Sheila, to reimburse me for it.
Okay. So you guys are separated?
Yes.
Okay. What type of extracurricular activities is the child involved?
So our daughter is very big into sports.
Okay.
So she plays soccer, and it's just like the cost of cleats, the cost of like gloves, because she plays goalie. It's just a lot of upkeep for me, and she makes more money than I do, so I kind of want help with it.
Okay. I see here, ma'am, from the tax returns that you make about $100,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Buckle up, folks, because what starts as a debate over soccer cleat turns into a courtroom clash that cuts deeper than any offsite call. This is Carrera versus Carrera, a high-income mom, a financially stretched dad, and a kid caught in the middle of a custody cost spiral when the gloves come off literally, and legally we find out how extracurriculars like goalie gloves can turn into Exhibit A, and when the judge does the math, let's just say someone's paycheck is about to shrink. We've got a dad who's been covering more than just corner kicks, a mom who didn't see this financial foul coming, and a judge who's not here for pity plays. Think child support is all about who has custody. Think again, stick around. There's a twist that flips the whole fair share argument on its head. So who's really playing fair here? You decide, Cliff.
Child support was not previously ordered.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys in agreement to do that? Or you don't want to pay child support? What's going on?
I don't think it's necessary. We split her 50-50. She's at my house just as much. She's with me just as much, if not more.
Your Honor, I would say that's probably an argument for her to pay me if we're splitting 50-50.
Here's where things heat up. Moms bringing in a clean H100 red grand a year. Meanwhile, dad's out here funding cleats, gloves, and goalie dreams. Solo? Now let's pause. Would you expect someone making six figures to chip in for their kids? Sports gear, most would say yes, right? But notice a response. No hesitation, no guilt. Just a cool, I don't think it's necessary. H, that's not just a red flag. That's a whole banner waving from the sidelines.
Have to pay all of it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So you kind of like told on yourself. So you ready to move forward with the numbers?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ready with the numbers. So it looks like you make, like I said, $100,000 a year. Do you work overtime, or is that regularly what you make?
No, I work overtime. But
Okay. And does that include overtime?
yes, ma'am. It's a salaried position, so it's just straight out.
Okay, got it. All right. So at $100,000 a year, I have your gross at $10,000 a month. Before I continue, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
We both.
Okay, how much do you pay?
$348 or $386.
$386.
Yeah, $386.
Okay.
And I
how
pay
much?
$200.
Okay, and you both plan on maintaining those health insurance policies?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. That way, nobody has to reimburse anybody for health insurance, but because you do carry health insurance and you're going to be ordered to pay child support, I can give you credit for the $386.
Okay.
So that brings your net down to $6,988.19. Which, how many children? Just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 20% of that brings your child support obligation to $1,391.64.
And bam, there it is. Dad unintentionally walks right into the trap by insisting the custody is 50-50ths. He gives the judge a golden opportunity to say, exactly, so why should you foot the whole bill? This moment, classic self-sabotage in court. It's one thing to want fairness, it's another to hand the judge the very argument against yourself. Question is, was that honesty or a tactical misstep?
That should cover any expenses and anything like that because the child is heavily involved. Sounds like an extracurricular activity, excuse me. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
You don't look happy about this. What's going on?
I just think that it's a bit of an exorbitant amount, but we discussed it in the beginning when the split happened. He agreed, and
Agreed to what amount?
none.
Oh, you're saying child support, but you do understand that as the child gets older and heavily involved in
Yes.
different activities. I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
Involved heavily in different activities, you understand that expenses increase.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the amount of child support is based on how much money you make. Child support is based on a simple calculation. So you make $100,000 a year, that's what your child support is. I mean, if you want it to be lower.
Let's do a quick breakdown. Mom's monthly gross is over $10. 000 after insurance adjustments. Her child support obligation clocks in at about $139,160 a hour. That's roughly 14% of her income. Now let's be real. It's not pocket change, but it's also not the exorbitant amount she claims. This isn't a punishment, it's proportional parenting in financial form. Here's a thought: is she really upset about the number or just the shift in financial control clip?
You chose the profession.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
T dropped the gavel. She dropped a truth bomb. You chose the profession translation. The court doesn't care if you think it's unfair. The law only cares about numbers. Income drives obligation, not feelings. And this moment underscores a key truth in family law: when circumstances change, custody, finances, lifestyle, so can the legal obligations. Have you or someone you know ever felt blindsided by a financial judgment like this? Let us know in the comments. We read everyone. So to recap, Dad came to court looking for help covering goalie gloves. Instead, the judge handed down a full-blown child support order because Mom's income and the child's growing needs warranted it. This case reminds us that child support isn't about who's nicer or who agreed to what in the past. It's about present realities and the child's best interest. Even in a 50-50th custody setup, if one parent earns significantly more, they may still owe support. That's the law. So what do you think? Was the judge fairer? Did Dad get justice or just more bills? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Because remember, these kids aren't raised on air alone. And at Support Court, the truth gets the final word.
So they had an existing order where no child support was ordered. Well, under Texas law, when there's been a material and substantial change in circumstance, the court can go in and review the order to determine whether or not child support should be paid. Well, you heard that Dad was covering all the expenses for the child to participate in all these different activities. So it warranted Mom to be able to help finance those activities for the child. So that's the reason why Mom was ordered to pay child support. Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below. You never know, their story may end up as a scenario